Hi guys! So as promised, this week I just wanted to put together a video of a few sort of stretches or really breathing exercises to help you unwind your nervous system if you are someone that's feeling stressed and anxious. We all feel stressed and anxious at times, so these techniques are really good for everyone and anyone. As mentioned in my post last week, physiotherapy can help you with your stress. We can address things like your posture as well as muscle tension, but probably one of the main and more important ones, particularly because our background is in Pilates, is addressing breathing. And all physiotherapists can actually address your breathing, even if they don't have a Pilates background. But in particular, with our Pilates background, we have all sorts of different ideas for helping people improve their breathing technique. So the very first exercise is really about connecting into your breathing. Obviously, you breathe because you're alive, but you might not be aware of where you're breathing to. So the first exercise, you don't really need anything. You can do it sitting or standing, or you can do it lying down. Basically, I'm going to show you in kneeling, but from here, what you want to do is you want to put one hand on your chest and the other one on your belly. And sometimes it's nice to close your eyes, but you don't have to. So here we just want to take a nice big breath in, and we just want to notice where the movement occurs. So movement is breathing is a movement. It's a movement of your ribs, and there should also be a movement of your belly. So you can lie down on your back and do that as well, and you should feel that the chest, the upper chest and the belly lifts. And it's just nice to lie down, or even in sitting, just allow yourself to breathe in and out for about 10 breaths and just focus on that breath and on that movement. And already just after that, I'm sure that if you are feeling stressed, that stress will have melted away and you feel a lot better. Another area that's really important to feel and breathe into is the back and the sides of the ribs. So this is where a TheraBand can come in handy, or maybe even like a towel. But if you don't have that, you don't need it. You can actually just put your arms around your ribs instead. So here with the band around me here, I can actually feel where the band is around the sides of my ribs. And so as I take a big breath in, I can feel that band expanding. So if you're lying down or sitting, as long as your shoulders are somewhat flexible, you should be able to sort of give yourself a hug, wrap your hands around the sides of the ribs. And you can focus on your ribs kind of coming up and out, almost like you have gills through the side here, and you want to feel that opening up. Don't worry if you feel a little bit dizzy, because if you're breathing deeply and not really doing anything too vigorous, that's a lot of air going in, so just maybe don't breathe so deeply or breathe normally until you no longer feel dizzy. So again, the breaths don't have to be super deep in and out, they can just be average breaths in and out. So that's just an awareness of your ribcage breathing. So I would do hand on chest, hand on belly, 10 breaths, and then hands wrapped around the ribs, or with a band wrapped around your ribs like that, about 10 breaths like that, either in sitting or lying down. Okay, another lovely thing to do to open up the sides of the ribs and to give us upper back a nice stretch there is if you have a little mini stability ball. If you don't, then I would recommend a couple of cushions at home, and what you do is you lie down with your side just sort of where your shoulder blades more or less line up with. You lie down and you can put a pillow between your head and your arms, and you can bring your arm up over your head or just in front of you, whatever feels most comfortable for you. And again, you can just focus on breathing in and out and feeling that when you breathe in, you get that nice stretch to the rib cage there. So this is going to again focus in on your breathing, which will help you relax. But also if you're tight there, obviously day to day when you breathe, you're not going to be able to get the breath inside the ribs. So doing this stretch just to open up the ribs in order to breathe more fully is really important. Okay, so I would do 10 of these on each side. And that is a lovely way to open up the sides of the ribs. To finish off with, I would recommend, this is a yoga pose, but a child's pose is a really lovely way to unwind and stretch out all those muscles at the back of your spine. When you're stressed, these muscles get quite tight. It's almost like they're working, they're on alert. So So we want them to be nice and relaxed in order for us to obviously not feel that tension and pain there. So in child's pose, you can always put a few pillows between your heels and your bottom. Otherwise, you lay your bottom back onto your heels, you stretch your arms out. And for this one, you can just actually bend your elbows and rest your head on your hands. And just literally focus on that breathing into the back and the sides and even into the belly. And lying here for up to 4 minutes, as long as it's not causing you any pain, is a really lovely way to unwind, like I said, those tight back muscles and therefore your nervous system. So literally just holding here and breathing for about 4 minutes, ideally. See if you can work your way up. You might only be able to do a minute to start off with. And then basically that's my top sort of 3 stretches or breathing exercises for stress. It really is that simple. Other things that you can do to address your stress are, decreasing your caffeine, maybe not eating as much sugar, and addressing your addressing your sleep. So making sure that you are getting enough sleep. If you're finding it hard to sleep though, try these breathing exercises before bed, and you should find it unwinds you and lets you sleep better. Okay guys, I hope this has made you feel less stressed. Those of you that require any more advice about your breathing pattern, or if you're experiencing any pain during these exercises, please see one of the physios here in Body Physiotherapy and Pilates. All new clients have an awesome offer. Otherwise, if you're not too sure, please book in either to see one of the physios or into one of our Pilates classes where we always do work on breath and stretching. All right guys, bye.